to support the advertising industry to work in harmony with the natural world, which of course is a big ambition. This is an ontological shift that we need to participate in, or a worldview shift. From what you can see on the left-hand side, which is the kind of classic pyramid, humans right at the top, some humans above others, and very much separate to, superior to nature, to something which kind of ancient wisdom and modern science are converging on as the truth, actually, on the right-hand side. We all belong as co-participants in this web. We are nature, and that's really the direction of travel that we're interested in embedding now in our organization. We have nature on our board, on our advisory board. We've sort of reoriented our vision to be really centered around what we call nature consciousness. The reality is nature is all of us. It's everything. It's in cities, it's in the cracks, of streets, and it's also weather. It's also something we see in digital environments. I'll just share as a final thought, a motto that we hold very dear at the agency, which is, if you want to change the world, throw a better party.
What we try to do is leverage our platform, our partnerships, and also just creativity to really make people more interested in the climate space and more engaged to take some kind of climate action. We have kind of a luxury problem that we know most of the problems and we have a lot of the solutions as well. We just need to get the message across in a better way. So the scientists asked us to take what they have found and then package it in a way using creativity.
Nature is now officially an artist and is collaborating with some of the biggest names in music. It's time to become a fan of nature. All you have to do is listen.
We accelerate the transition to a more nature positive and regeneration and so on through our content, through everything else that we do. And fundamentally, how do we integrate that within a business strategy? So it's not like a sideshow. It's about making stories that are relatable, entertaining, inspiring first and foremost. We want to help the audience understand the need for action, how it's relevant to our lives, and how we can all be part of the solution. People don't come to ITV for the doom and gloom. They come for like entertainment, escapism, and sort of positivity. So it's important that we play in that role. And fundamentally, it's about embedding climate and nature across all genres and for all the audiences. The idea is like for us to try to really kind of help the brands tell the stories around sustainable solutions and sustainable products without necessarily calling it. It's more about embedding it, weaving it into a mainstream audience and focusing on like the behavior or the awareness that we want to change, not necessarily the big picture.
Between 1957 and 2007 globally, there was a 50% decline in the world's coral reefs. And if no action's taken, 90% of coral reefs could vanish by 2043. This is a real crisis in nature because coral reefs are critical ecosystems. There is hope. Our Sheba Hope Grows program and the work we're doing with Mars Sustainable Solutions to both restore coral reefs, but also drive awareness of the issue and do it in a way that is good for business. For example, at our flagship site in Indonesia, since 2019, coral reef growth has increased from 2% to over 80%, which has actually led to fish populations increasing by over 8,000%. Stories of hope and resilience and human effort have been super powerful in their ability to shift perspectives and encourage action. At a holistic level, the Sheba Hope Grows campaign has not only delivered for nature and coral reef ecosystems, but it's also really delivered for the brand, which in turn is then driving the sustainability of the program in the long run.
Always bringing something back to a human level. That is where you can engage people and get across political divides or get across people being just jaded and like tired of hearing about things and worried that nothing is happening.